Would you ever expect a data scientist on a live commerce platform? Today we have Prangad on our Degpeg talk show. He is a data scientist and an Instagrammer. Now he'll be talking about how he has grown as an Instagrammer side by side doing his data scientist job. Start with the very basic question, like just introduce yourself to our lovely audience once so that they can know more about what you do and everything.
Right. So I'm Prangad. So basically, I belong to Delhi, and a little bit, if I have to go back, my father is in the Indian Armed Forces.
Oh, nice.
So we have been, traveling to different parts of India. So it's been like, since an early age, I've been like moving from one place to another. So my schooling majorly has been done in army schools, and post schooling, I was always interested in computers, so I wanted to do something in that field. So did my computer science engineering from SRM University.
That's great.
And after completing my engineering, I sort of had an inclination towards the field of data science as such. So somehow, after like my college ended, those 6 to 8 months, I still couldn't figure out if this is exactly what I wanted to do, or if there's something else that would serve my purpose. So eventually, 7 8 months of working at a startup, I realized that my true calling is towards the field of data. So after 8 months, I took up my post graduation. Did my post graduation in data science and engineering and artificial intelligence. And over that period of time, I sort of had a realization that this is my true calling, because not even once I had this slightest feeling of saying that, oh, I do not want to do this is not my cup of tea. Every day was like a motivation for me. What is there that I can explore next in the field of data? So I mean, it's a very 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 interesting field as such. If anybody like listening to us would want to join, I would totally be up for it, because it offers you so much more that your learning curve would never ever sort of go down. And yeah, so apart from that, during college I also started picking up blogging as well. So the thing with blogging was how I got into it was it used to really fascinate me. Like you upload pictures, you visit restaurants, you writing review, and the whole fact that the audience that you hold are there listening to you and taking your recommendation seriously. That sort of power that you get is unimaginable. So I mean, these were initial few factors that like really motivated me to get into that space. And the other fact was I wanted to have a sort of side base where I could also earn, because as you get into college, you get this whole sense of independence, even though it is money coming from your family, but you still refuse to take that because you want to
you are grown up now and you need to be on your own.
Like even if, say for example, my father was ready to give me as much money as I wanted, but I was always like saying, no, I do not need this, I will do it with my own money. So I mean, like, these were few things that really pushed me to continue with the work. And as of today, if I have to see, I really feel that for me, this whole digital space is more about getting that creative side of mine outside. Like I really enjoy the little process of clicking pictures, editing, and putting it out there, taking feedback. So that is just something else. So yeah, that's like in a nutshell, that's pretty much what I do, what who I am. So yeah.
So I mean, you're aware of Degpeg, like the live streaming and the multi-streaming part, that we do multi-streaming on multiple channels like Facebook, YouTube, you name it, and we have that on our board. So in the coming times, how do you think that Degpeg would help in influencer growth?
Right. So see, as I feel the Degpeg as a whole and influencer community, when I have to combine these two together, it definitely serves the purpose, because at the end, the goal is to reach out to people in order to give them the information about the latest trends, brands, or whatever the news you're having around. So when it comes to live streaming platforms and about shows, it gives them a plethora of knowledge which they might miss out with a piece of content
Exactly.
that goes in like 30 seconds or whatever. So in these live sessions, what basically would happen is they'll have a much better information about, say, let's say, a product that they're talking about, right? So this is what exactly we need. So let's take an example. Like, we have a shopping platform like Myntra, right? Like, we have full trust on that brand, but there are times when we see a piece of clothing and we are a little unsure if this might work out or not. Like, so we need people to tell us about be it by a live session or whatever, how the product is, how it genuinely looks, whether it's different from what it looks in the picture, or how does it appear to look when you see it live. So, these few things, this is just an example. I'm just talking as a small block, right? There's more to it.
So like you can interact with your followers. I mean, that's very much helpful for the followers themselves.
Yeah.
That's the biggest point of being an influencer. I mean, you can influence them in the real time as well.
Exactly. And the trust that you build with them is, it's all about making sure that even as influencers or Degpeg as an organization does not go behind getting multiple offers from different things. It's all about building a community which is based on trust.
Exactly.
And I think this is exactly what you guys are offering, and this is exactly what I resonate with as well. I don't want someone in the future coming and telling me we went to this particular place because of your recommendation and it was pathetic. I mean, that would break my heart.
Exactly.
That is like you lost the trust there.
Yeah.
It's not about losing a follower, you lost someone who trusted.
Yes.
So yeah, I think
that's good. That's a very deep insight, I think, as an influencer from your side. So like now we are starting a show with you, all around you. So I think the followers would be very interested in it, and let's hope that everything goes well and we collaborate much more on higher levels as well. So
absolutely.
Thank you, Prangad, for coming on today, and it was great speaking to you. I mean, there were so many insights, and I think I have learned a lot, let alone in the followers who are watching this, every viewer. So it was a very, very insightful talk show. Thank you so much, Prangad, for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me, and you've been a great host.
Thank you.
And thank you for giving me the opportunity.